Lord of the Flies Summary and Analysis. Chapter 6, Beast from Air. After the meeting, boys go to sleep. Later that night, an aerial battle takes place above the island. Any of the boys, asleep below, hears the explosions or sees the flashes in the sky. This battle shows that war continues in the world where most of the boys long to return. One of the planes shot down during the battle. The pilot jumps out of the plane and opens his parachute. However, he is already dead. Lifeless body lands on the island and wind drugs it with his opened parachute at the mountaintop where the signal fire burns. There, cables of the parachute tangled in the rocks. When the wind inflates the parachute, his body appears to sit up and then sink forward again. Parachutist is a symbol of death of a civilization reveals its hidden savagery within. In previous chapter Ralph, Piggy and Simon wanted a sign from the adult world. Parachutist is the sign, but it is frightening and changes the entire complexion of the group for the worse. It has huge implications for the group and causes to put out the signal fire, which is the boys' last link to the civilization. The twins, Sam and Eric, though they supposed to watch the signal fire, have fallen asleep that night. So they couldn't see what happened. They wake up, relight the fire and in the flickering firelight, they see the dead pilot. His body moving with strings sits up and falls down when the wind catches the parachute. Sam and Eric are very afraid of his sight and mistake it for the beast. In a panic they flee to the beach to warn the others and tell Ralph they saw the beast with an exaggerated story. They claim that beast chased them down the mountain. At dawn, Ralph calls another meeting and the boys assembles again at the beach. Eric announces that he and Sam saw the beast. He says the beast has teeth and claws. Also claims that it attacked and followed them as they ran away. All the boys believe that they are now in a terrible danger. When Sam and Eric persuades the boys that a beast really exists, the boys shift instinctively into an aggressive mode based on fear. After a while meeting becomes heated. In a reaction to the panic, Jack announced that the beast must be hunted and volunteers to lead. Piggy says they should stay there, for the beast may not want to approach them on the beach. In this point, we see that even Piggy, faced with some evidence that a beast actually exists, begins considering measures the boys should take to protect themselves. When Jack mocks, Piggy points out that only he has the right to speak because he is holding the conch. But Jack responds that they no longer need to conch. While Ralph defends that the signal fire and to be rescued is more important, Jack wants to find and kill the beast and questions Ralph's decisions and leadership. The possibility of a dangerous presence on the island is the key to Jack's gaining authority over the other boys. He requires an enemy in order to assume dictatorial authority. Like many tyrants, Jack assumes power by directing public fear towards scapegoats. For a moment it seems as if Jack takes over leadership of the boys. But Ralph accuses Jack of not wanting to be rescued and wins everyone to his side. Despite Jack's hostility towards himself and the rules of the island, he doesn't lose control and shows he still concerns about the boys. Existence of the beast reinforces Jack and the hunters. The boys' desire for a strong leader gives Jack more weight. However, most of them still favor rescue and civilization over savagery. The conch loses importance because the beast dominates the boys' minds. Difference between Jack and Ralph's increasingly shows up. After this discussion, they decide to search the only spot on the island left unexplored, the castle-like rock formation at one end. Ralph doesn't allow Jack to lead the hunt and accompanies the hunters to search for the beast. They have different reasons for this search. Jack wants to kill and hunt the beast. Ralph wants to rekindle the signal fire to preserve hope to be rescued. Piggy stays behind on the beach to watch over the little boys. Simon travels with the group, too. He still thinks that the beast is unreal, but this time he does not talk about his thoughts. Soon the group reach to the part of the island that they had not discovered yet. There is only a narrow wall of rocks that forms a bridge. It leads to a series of caves inside a mountain face. The boys think it might be the beast's hideout. so they afraid to traverse the thin path and explore the caves. But Ralph bravely crosses the walkway first and enters one of the caves. Jack follows Ralph because he wants to appear strong and fearless in the eyes of other boys. He doesn't want Ralph to upstage him and thereby appear to be the more courageous and deserving leader. When it is clear there is no beast, the others come. They go to the end of this place, and while they investigate, Jack realizes it is a great place for a castle. Jack and the hunters want to stay and play at there. Ralph frustrates when he see they put thoughts of the beast out of their minds. He points out this place lacks food, water and shelter, and forces them back to reality. Then convinces everyone to go back to the mountaintop and rekindle the fire. He still wants to rebuild civilization in the form of the signal fire. But Jack states that he wishes to stay there where they are because they can build a fort. Ralph still has practical reasons and democratic ethics. But Jack and the other boys only wants to satisfy their childish desires like playing hunters and building a fort.